So my name is Mari Watanabe. I'm the Executive Director for Oregon Nikkei Endowment. We are a Japanese American historical and cultural organization that funded two projects. One is the Japanese American Historical Plaza, which is the park in Tomikawa Waterfront Park, and the other is this museum, the Oregon Nikkei Legacy Center, which houses archives, photographs, documents, and a permanent exhibit about the Japanese American experience during World War II. So when I started, one of my goals was to get greater visibility for the name Oregon Nikkei Endowment and to have people understand who we were. And even in this neighborhood, Old Town, which is a small community of itself, they didn't even know who Oregon Nikkei Endowment was. So I decided that it would be fun to have a good way to get people to know who we were was to have a party. It would engage a lot of people, neighbors west, northwest, and the funding that they have provided the perfect avenue to put on a party and encourage the neighborhood to participate. So that's kind of was the impetus on why we did this party, and so we called it the street party, and intending that it would be in the street on 2nd Avenue, right in front of the museum. And then the NATO's, the Bill NATO company, was generous enough to actually donate the parking lot across the street. Okay. So we actually moved the party from the street to the parking lot, but parking lot party didn't sound cool. We left it as the street party. And we made it a big community event. So we invited anybody in Old Town who wanted to participate. We had a lot of the Japanese community groups participate if they wanted to. We had the Minidoka Swing Band, which is a band that actually was in the Minidoka internment camp in Idaho. With that, we incorporated a swing dance contest, and then we had a lot of food vendors and other nonprofits came to be able to just talk about their organizations. Unfortunately, the day we picked, which was September 5th, which was Labor Day weekend, it poured down rain that day. So we didn't get the audience that we had intended because the rain kept people away. But the people who came really, I think, enjoyed themselves. And a lot of people came because they have family or friends that play in the Minidoka Swing Band, so that was a draw. And then a lot of those people really didn't realize we were still around. And so I think there was some re-engagement of people to get back into this community. We also had an exhibit in the museum called Girl Genius, and that is a manga exhibit. So manga's the Japanese cartoons. And so we had the actual artist from Seattle come down, and he did a radio play show. So this whole back room was completely full of people that have never walked in this building in their life. And of course, most of them came to see the Girl Genius creators, but also that just opened up another new audience for us, that if one or two of those people became interested in what we're doing here, that's a win for us. And so we were able to hopefully engage people who maybe were engaged a long time ago and have come back, and then hopefully introduced ourselves to a lot of new people, and which was the goal. The poured on us, we all had a lot of fun. And I was soaking wet, and I still had a great time. I think the feeling that everyone had was really great, and I got a lot of compliments after that people still had fun. The weather, even though it was crummy, didn't deter them from wanting to do something like this again. And I think, I guess the feeling of the community coming together was really strong, and I really appreciate that. So, but it wasn't just the community of the Japanese community, it was this neighborhood. We had put this huge stage out in the parking lot to have the band play on, but it was pouring so hard that we didn't want to risk their sound equipment and instruments getting ruined. So we had already planned that if it rained, one of our neighbors would open up his door. So he threw us the keys and said, if it rains, you can use my storefront to put the band in so that they don't get wet. So we did that, and people were just amazed that we were able to get this neighbor just to open up his doors to us if it rained, and just the help from other people in the community to have this be a success was amazing. So yeah, so even with the rain, still there's a sunshine somewhere. And we wouldn't have been able to do this without the funding from Neighbors West Northwest, because they funded pretty much all of it. I would say 75% of the funding came from them. We had a lot of volunteer and in-kind, but if you just talk about the cash, the money part, 75% of our funding came from them. So we wouldn't have been able to have this if they hadn't given us that money. So we really appreciate it.